my way, get it like Toby. You on my way, don't get cozy. Give me my trophy. Yeah, I had to pray, I had to kill off the old me. Yeah, had to focus a lot, I'ma shoot my shot, Kobe. Yeah, I'm on my way, get it like Toby. You on my way, don't get cozy. Give me my trophies. Yeah, I had to pray, I had to kill off the old me. Yeah, had to focus a lot, I'ma shoot my shot, Kobe. Yeah, killing my verses, living my purpose. Yeah, healing my burdens, giving my service. Yeah, I had to pray, I had to kill off the old me. Yeah, had to focus a lot, I'ma shoot my shot, Kobe.
Yo, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Unnamed Sports Show right here on Gorilla Cross Radio, streaming live on the Gorilla Cross app, Facebook Live, YouTube Live. We are everywhere live. Make sure you download the app for free. Follow us on Instagram at Unnamed Sports Show. You can watch our pre-show or post-show. We might do both. Who knows? Because things happen. Sometimes things happen in sports at the end of our show, and we got to go live again. But make sure you follow us on Instagram because we are going to be doing pre or post or both. And maybe some random stuff throughout the week, too.
I like it.
On Instagram Live. So make sure you guys check that out. I'm your host, Quan59, a.k.a. Quanstradamus. Juju. And I got my wonderful co-host in the building. I just have to shout myself out. It was my birthday month in October, and it ended yesterday. So I'm a little bit sad about that. But we have two people with a birthday month this month.
Whoop, whoop. One with a birthday month, one with a birthday. I am not a girl.
She giggled like it's her birthday month.
Because it is her birthday month. She's going to be shining into Sagittarius season.
Man,
like,
I got Justin Tom Josh Williams in the building. Say hi.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. And I have the other birthday monther, Juju, live in the building.
Hey, guys.
You're excited about your birthday month, huh? Because your smile has not stopped since you walked in the building. That's like the most giggliest giggle ever.
Yeah, she's
in giggle mode.
I do that often.
She enjoys giggling.
I do.
You're a giggler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, what was it? Crazy Legs? She sounded like Crazy Legs and Don't Be a Menace.
Oh
dang,
my
dang.
God.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
I played ball with him.
Again.
He's a good dude.
Okay.
He actually can play.
Dope.
That was actually quite surprising.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I can play too.
That's still debatable.
Listen,
Quan.
trust me.
Quan.
This month, we're doing that on her birthday month.
Okay.
That giggle will not be happening.
Okay. All right. Quan.
I'm not saying it.
You better
Quan
shoot.
for three.
You better shoot the. And aren't you left-handed?
Yeah.
Quan, we're sending you right. You don't got no right hand, Quan. That right hand is shaky. Shaky at best.
All right. Shaky like Shaky's Pizza, which is pretty good.
Oh my God.
You did not take it back to Shaky's Pizza. Fair enough.
It's still around.
Where?
Cali.
All four locations.
I've never even heard of that.
Wow.
It's old, Juju. There's a reason why you haven't heard about it, Mama.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty chapter 11. Pretty sure that's in chapter 11. That's in somebody's bankruptcy court right now.
We will Google that.
All right.
We will Google that today. All right, we have a lot to talk about in sports. Once again, follow us at Unnamed Sports Show on all social media and at Gorilla Cross on all social media, and you can follow us individually on our social medias. Juju will be live always, and she won't warn you when she's live.
No,
I won't.
She won't say nothing
At all.
I'm just gonna start treating her like she's a hot mic. She ain't about to gonna take me down. I didn't tell you, it's been too long me building up this good reputation.
Young people do that, though.
Heck
They're
yeah.
always live, and so you just always have to watch what you're
It's
saying.
like, bro, hold on,
I
bro. That's
actually
a hot
only
mic.
go live when I'm here, really. You guys should feel special.
What do you have? No, I feel like you have something against us. Like, she's trying to take over the show.
She trying to take us
This
down.
will be my show soon. Unnamed Juju Show.
Unnamed
Oh my
Juju.
gosh.
Juju for 3.
Juju for 3.
That's the name of your podcast is Juju
That's
for
actually
3.
a good one.
Yeah, that is good.
That is good.
Oh.
He never comes up with good names.
Wow, you finally give me some love.
That's why he finally came up with a good name.
Bro, this is what
I'm
I
not
do,
gonna
bro.
fake the love.
This is what I did. all right, Drake.
When I give you love, you get real love.
Oh, okay. All right, Drake.
Should I carve that little heart in my hair?
That's coming.
Don't do it.
No, not ever.
Please.
I'm gonna do that next show.
Okay.
Hey, it's your life, bro. It's your life. I can't live it for you. I just wish you the best in your endeavors.
Not all of us could have speed bumps on our head. Go ahead.
Dang. Dang.
He went from waves last week to speed bumps.
Hey, look, all I got to do is throw the do-rag on for about 5 minutes.
It looks like,
it'll start
you remember
down.
that Nintendo game, Excite Bike?
That's too old for
You lost
Juju.
me.
That's too old for Juju. But
You lost me.
yes, I had Excite Bike. The first game that you could customize something
Yo,
in.
that was dope.
That was
Yeah.
man,
Customize
sorry,
your own
Juju.
track and
sorry,
everything.
Juju.
It's okay.
We'll play it. I have my Nintendo over there.
Do you have Excite Bike here?
I might.
Oh my god.
I'm not sure if I do.
And
If not, I'll buy
if
it.
you have the gold-plated Zelda, you're a G.
It doesn't work, but I got it.
You're a G.
Yeah.
Juju, this is when video games are video games, girl. When you couldn't save and like it literally, like your friend had to come over and I've never gotten this far. You can't leave.
Well,
Oh.
Zelda, you could save. It had like a
the
little
co-
bit of memory,
the
but
codes and
most of the time it
stuff?
wouldn't work.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
the Tyson stuff had the codes.
Yeah.
So, but we're getting way off sports.
I actually still have my code to Mike Tyson, like written down on
Yeah.
the original paper
Really?
that I wrote down in 7th grade,
Oh my god.
which was a long
Wow.
time ago, like
Juju,
in the 80s.
we took our video games very serious. But I mean that like honestly, we're the generation that made PlayStation and Xbox possible. Because without us playing like that and really getting
That's
into it,
true.
it never though like the games would have died.
Yeah.
Like it would have died decades ago.
It's all me and Josh.
I mean,
Yeah.
not us, but our generation.
So welcome to the Unnamed Video Game Show. What is next in sports?
NFL.
NFL.
We're on the NFL first.
Von Miller.
Whoa, you sound very excited today.
I am. It's my birthday month. Von Miller traded to the Rams. What are your thoughts?
Man, that trade. Well, Quan, so you said that it's for late round picks.
It's 2 late round picks, I believe, in 2022 in this next draft.
Okay.
Late round, that could mean anything. That could be like the end of the round, or they figure it out as they go.
Could be conditional maybe.
And it might be picks they have got from other people, so it depends on where those picks will be.
Yeah.
Who knows? I'm not sure what that means.
I mean, for the Rams, this is equivalent of a bag of chips. Like you gave up nothing, and now you're putting Von Miller, Aaron Donald on the same defensive line. It's insane. Like it's my only question is the same question I have for you with the daggone Lakers. Whose salary cap is this? Because my team, we have no money. All my teams, Wizards, Redskins, we never have money.
But that's why you trade in during the season. Denver might still be paying part of that salary. That happens a lot, especially in the NFL.
They may have already
And
paid
it's already
most of it.
eight games into it,
Okay.
so you're paying half of his salary,
Or less.
and who knows at the back end of this contract how much salary was even left. Football contracts are way different than NBA.
No, that's
NBA,
that's true.
this player's getting $30 million this year, and that's it. There's not
ifs,
many
ands, or
conditions
buts. Yeah.
in NBA contracts.
Yeah, I mean that's true, but I mean, man, like that's the rich getting richer. That's all I'll say
Yeah.
about it. It's a very good move for them. Denver gets nothing basically in return for a Hall of Famer.
Well, I mean, late round picks. Tom Brady was a 6th round pick, so you can't say they're getting nothing because late round picks exist in the NFL a lot.
Yeah, no, and late round gyms exist a lot.
Exactly. And so with that being said, Von Miller was a free agent at the end of the season anyways.
Yep.
Denver's not really doing anything this year. So you might as well get a little bit of something, and that could turn into something in the future.
True.
And let's face it, Von Miller he's been hurt a lot. It's still Von Miller, though. So
Yes.
for Denver, are you really losing much? I mean, obviously, like he was one of the best players ever in the history of the franchise, right?
Yeah.
So you're losing that, and I know the fan base is hurt. Like I want to see my dude retire on my team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's hard for a fan base, but at the same time, when you're Denver and you already know he's probably going to walk, and you already know we don't want to sign him because he's probably going to want more money than we want to give a veteran of his age.
Yeah.
You go out and you get something for him, and I think they did a smart job doing that. Could you have got more for him, though? That's what I always think with NFL trades. Why is that all they got? Did you not ask anybody else? Did you owe this team a favor? Because I've seen too many trades like that where it's like, wait, my team would have easily given up a 5th round pick for this dude that you just gave away to somebody else.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying?
But I mean, and then the other side of it is, then you'll see, Matthew Stafford getting multiple ones and other
Yeah.
things like where it's like, so that guy was worth that, but then this guy is worth a bag of chips. That's the thing that always strikes me a little bit odd.
Yeah. And I know he gave a little out speech, outro speech.
Yeah.
And he's upset but happy at the same time.
Yeah, I mean,
he gets to go somewhere where he can compete
for
and
a
maybe
championship.
win another Super Bowl.
Yeah.
One of the best players of all time in his position.
No more. I think he has a house in L.A. No more inclement weather and playing in Denver snow in the middle of December and everything else.
Yeah.
You're playing in a dome. It's a good move for him. But
all right.
What's next, Miss Juju?
Jameis Winston is out for the season.
Yes.
James Winston.
Jameis tore his ACL. I thought the game was over. I looked up and the Bucs were down like 17.
Wow.
I looked back up, the Bucs were down 2, and I was like, "Oh, okay, all right, they should be okay." And all hell broke loose. I can't believe they pulled it out.
That was crazy.
Trevor Siemian.
Tom Brady threw a pick 6 to end the game.
Yeah.
Not Tom Brady like, especially against the team that
he owns.
He owns and was definitely beatable with Siemian stepping in to be the quarterback for the rest of the game. Going to Jameis Winston, a major blow for not just the team but for him as well.
Him personally,
because this was a year he had to prove something, and he was doing okay. He wasn't great, but he wasn't bad.
Yeah.
He had thrown some bad interceptions, but nothing too bad to where it's like, dude, he's no good. He's not a starter.
Yeah.
This stage in his career to get an injury like this, he's one of those people that are teetering on, am I going to be a starter or am I going to be a backup?
No, true.
And this throws him in the backup role coming back from this. So it's going to be a little difficult coming back from an injury like this. I mean, he's I don't know.
I mean, it's the toughest part, as you said. He was a backup last year, but that was only because he was backing up Drew Brees, and to have the luxury of having a guy that has thrown 30 touchdowns in an NFL uniform, even though he was a 30 for 30 and he had 30 picks, he still had 30 touchdowns, and I want to say led the league in passing yards or was very, very top tier. So he can play. But the way the league works now and the way these teams work, we see that right now with Cam Newton, who I think that's also the other part of this question. Should they sign Cam Newton? A lot of these guys, when it comes down to it, they only have their shot to be the guy and claim that role very briefly. Once you don't do it, you start being a backup.
Now let's jump to that. Should they sign Cam Newton? Is Siemian the guy they want to go with, or do you at least take a chance? That's horrible. I just saw the injury again. I've seen it.
Oh, I hadn't seen it.
Kind of got pulled down from behind, and you could tell his knee buckled.
Wow,
for sure.
I didn't see it.
Here
it is.
So he gets pulled down from behind, and
God,
your leg's just stuck, and you can't.
Well, that's one of the that's one of those injuries where that tackle happens in a football game.
It's just your foot's in the wrong,
His cleat did its job. It's stuck.
It's
sitting there.
And I think he could tell right away, when
a player knows.
And when it got bent back that far, it's just,
That's unfortunate.
But going back to should they sign Cam or not, I think they should. Like, where else is he going to go? He needs a team. Him and Jameis are similar in their games. They both make some bad decisions. I think he runs better than Jameis.
Sure, Jameis never was a runner. Cam was a runner.
So
at one
I
point.
think it'd be good to do that. At least if Siemian doesn't work out, you have Cam. But I think Cam could still start on teams in this league. And I think the fact that he's not in the league at all, even as a backup, is a shame.
Well,
so I think they should sign Cam, and I would like to see them sign Cam. Because if he was white, I think he would have already been signed somewhere.
He would have been in the league. But I'll say this, to him not being white, similar to what we were talking about before on the pre-show.
And my mom said bring back Drew Brees. Is he staying in shape at NBC?
No. He's NBC.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he's
He
chilling.
looks bored over there because he's not doing great.
He bored getting $20 million.
He's not doing great
He's doing
over
fine. He's bored $20 million and not getting hit. His wife is like, and you home on the weekends?
But what if he does miss it?
I mean, if he misses it, sure. But at the same time, he wasn't winding down like Peyton Manning was at the end of his career, or how we see Big Ben winding down. He still was very viable.
He was hurt a lot last year.
He was hurt, but he was still Drew
balling,
Brees like. You know what I mean? Like Peyton at the end was like, this is it for him. He only got 5 minutes left. But you know what I was saying as far as Cam goes, it's similar to what we were talking about on the pre-show with Carmelo Anthony. Cam still has a lot of ego of I'm the guy, and he's at the point in his career, and the league has shown him you're not. You know, he said on the LeBron show, I'm not number 33 in terms of I'm not the 33rd worst quarterback in the league. Like I'm still better than a lot of guys, and that right there, it might be true, but sometimes you have to know where you're at, and I just got to come and compete and let it prove itself versus always talking about it. I think that's the main reason why he's not in the league right now.
All right. What we got next?
Quanstradamus.
Strikes again.
Strikes again.
Strikes again. That's me. Sorry, I was
Quan,
trying to help you out.
I got you. So your team, you called your shot. I can't hate. I said that y'all weren't going to beat the Bears, or at least you weren't going to beat the Bears after you said what you said.
No, there was no way we weren't going to beat the Bears.
But you said what you said.
It's the Chicago Bears. I had full faith in that game and in that win. It was a good game. They struggled in the first half. Second half ended up being much better. They both started scoring more, and then a few mistakes. And then, Fields broke like 7 tackles to get a touchdown. It was pretty crazy. I was kind of upset that we couldn't tackle. Gets a touchdown, 22-23. 49ers still up by 1. About to tie the game, Josh, with a field extra point. And their kicker missed the extra point, so 49ers kept the lead, end up scoring more, killed it. So Niners won. I'm very happy. They looked good.
What's your record now?
Debo looks good. 3-4.
3-4. Okay, you guys are 3-4.
Yeah, some tough losses. A lot of injuries still. Kittle's still out. A lot of defenses out. Kinlaw is out for the year. Our draft pick from last year. So 2 years in a row, we just have a lot of injuries. This year, we don't have as many as last year, but it's still the same field.
Song and dance.
But
Niners
have a chance to get a little healthier and try to make some noise, but they still have a tough schedule ahead. They, still got division games and stuff like that going.
How many times do you have to play the Rams?
We still got the Rams twice. We have Arizona once. We have, I think Seattle once. I think we already played Seattle. I can't remember.
I can't remember if you played Seattle either.
But
okay.
But I'm happy. I'm happy with the win.
A win is a win.
We don't look like a playoff team yet, but we'll see if we can turn around.
And look, in a mid-round pick isn't the end of the world. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like if you don't get in the playoffs, but you guys end up getting the 14th, 13th pick, it's not the end of the world. That's another high level pick to throw in with a very good team and supposedly a good coach. Anyway, I think it's my turn to rant. Is it my turn to rant? I'm gonna post this on the Redskins page. All right. Oh, sorry, my bad.
Whoa, the R word.
The Washington football team.
Name team. All right.
Soon to be Red Wolves. I'm gonna say that at the camera. Soon to be Red Wolves.
I cannot wait till they're
soon to be Red Wolves.
They're
Red
a name that you don't like. What was the other name options?
God bless. I'm not even gonna give them the time. It's gonna be Red Wolves. We're moving on.
I hope they're not. Dear Lord Jesus, I pray that
don't you pray against my name. Don't you bring the Lord into this. All right, so this is all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna get into a whole thing. The biggest thing that I've seen with the team is this. Our defense, when you look at the other team, the Denver team, they made plays whenever they needed them with dudes that I've never even heard their name. They had guys that had just gotten traded to the team, so I know they don't know the playbook, and they're making plays. They're getting sacked, fumbles. Our defense just isn't elite. I felt like it wasn't elite last year, even though everyone in the numbers said that we were. I still didn't. My eyeballs didn't tell me we were elite. Our offense it has to be too cute all the time. We do not have an attitude. I am tired of today's football of 3rd and 2, and we're dropping back to pass. Can we at some point run over somebody, make a decision, be nasty. We going for it every chance we get in the red zone versus kicking. I will say after 2 blocked kicks yesterday, it might have been a good idea, but still, it's just frustrating being a Washington fan. I think it's definitely time to look at quarterbacks. I love Heineke, but to get the ball back with 20 seconds left after Denver was on the crack pipe, I don't know what they were doing at the end of the game to just walk the game out, but they gave us the ball back on a fumble. To have 40 seconds and 2 timeouts and not gain a yard is deplorable. So that ends my Redskins.
You love Heineke.
My Redskins rant.
Deep.
How do you love a very below average quarterback? I don't get it.
Well, I'll say this: he's got more yards than both of your quarterbacks combined.
Yikes.
Bloop. He's got more touchdowns probably too.
We have way better running game.
Yeah, because it's an attitude, and it's a line, and it's a decision. Look, all my plays are this, Quan.
I thought you were done with.
Well, hey, you brought me back in. I feel like Godfather 2. I'll say this. Everything that we do has to be cute. It has to be a perfect play. It has to be, we act like we're the Chiefs and we're not the freaking Chiefs. Sometimes just run slants, run easy plays. It always has to be a jet sweep action to something else. It's unnecessary stuff, and it's very frustrating.
So maybe Riverboat Ron needs to go.
I don't know. I don't want to say that it's the coaching. The coaching definitely has to get better.
Who's the one that calls the plays?
The coaching has to get better. The schemes have to get better.
Coaches are calling the plays. Anyways, all right, that's enough.
They are.
That's enough. We're losing viewers.
Oh, jeez. Well, that's all right. I'm gonna put it in the Redskins joint. I'll get some viewers back. We'll get something on it.
Well, on a brighter note,
it's my
your
birthday.
girl got paid again.
And then we move right on to Cowboys.
Throw your Cash App back out there. Again.
Go ahead, Juju.
You got
App.
paid last week.
Cash App is $Juju. That's JUJU 555. That's 3 5s.
555.
There you go.
Send donations.
And she threw up 4 numbers for 3 5.
What did I?
You said that's 3 5s.
Oh,
I thought I did this.
that's
Well, that would be 6. That's
But they can only see this one.
Oh, I see. She was trying to play the camera against herself. She made that.
Ah.
I see what happened.
Okay, yeah. Anyway,
555.
we got another dub.
With your backup quarterback, and that's
A dub is a dub.
dub is a dub. That's
Hey, you play to win the game, and you beat whoever's in front of you. So you're right. I can't argue that at all.
He tried to give the game to the Vikings in the beginning of the first half of the game. Vikings could not.
Kurt going Kurt.
They couldn't convert on the turnovers, which is very frustrating for a team to watch a team not be able to convert. You have to take advantage when someone's starting quarterbacks out.
Yep.
The Vikings did not do that at all.
Yep.
And gave the dude Rush, I believe his name is, gave him confidence
that
to
he's
keep
still
going.
in it.
And now I think that helped Dallas moving forward, because
Heck
now
yeah.
it's like, okay, Dak, you could chill for a couple weeks now because we have somebody that has a little bit of confidence.
Whoa. Don't chill too long now.
He can chill for a couple weeks. He needs to.
This is Kirk Cousins.
Okay, let me. That's fine. But this is a Dak that keeps getting hurt.
Yeah, no,
he got hurt last year.
That's
He
fair.
was hurt in preseason in training camp. Has been hurt all season basically
Off and on,
with different types of injuries.
Nagging
So
stuff, yeah.
they definitely need him to be able to chill for a little bit and have a backup that they could trust if he's going to be out for a couple weeks. So I think it's good for them. They won a big game on Sunday Night Football, which they always seem to be on Sunday night or Monday night or always on TV as an average team.
They ain't average right now, man. Like, as much as I hate to say it, they're 5-1. And as I told you before, Kirk going Kirk. That man doesn't play well when the lights are on. Some players play well when the shine is on them. Some people run. He's always been a runner. He's a runner. He's a track star, and that's all he does whenever
But he
they
was
play.
your best quarterback in the last 20 years.
No, he wasn't. You say
Definitely
that.
was.
You say that.
Stats do too.
No. He
Stats
just happened
definitely
to be there long.
Okay.
That's all.
Stats do too.
Again, my eyeballs tell me the truth. You can drive the field and get 95 yards, and then we kick a field goal.
All right, moving on. We're talking way too much about his team.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay, moving on.
Oh, he already had his Redskins.
Typed-
Wait. He did.
What happened?
What?
We got this whole. We typed this out nice and in order, and he jumped into his Washington football team ran
Oh, wow,
way
you
ahead.
skipped me.
He skipped you
I did skip it.
On my birthday
I was
month.
ready.
on
no.
her birthday month.
Well, it's my birthday month
That's
too.
rude. No, you said day.
Yeah, you got to wait for
Don't
that
go
one
back
specific
now.
day. Trying to
Fair
switch
enough.
it up.
Fair enough, Juju.
Okay.
I played my card. You go ahead.
The Titans win the battle against the Colts, but did they lose the war? And Derrick Henry could be out for the year.
So losing the war, I believe that will mean by losing Derrick Henry,
Yeah.
being out for the year. That's horrible. He would have been the MVP of the league.
if he kept
rate,
the pace that he was at.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. At the rate he was going, he would have been the MVP of the league. Now he's out. Horrible for them. But they signed Adrian Peterson. What can he do? And you brought up a point off air. I didn't realize his stats were so good the last couple years. The last 2 years in Washington.
Yeah.
And then last year he did okay
He split
for
he
not
split-
playing a
he
lot
split
in
carries.
Detroit. Yeah.
They had drafted Swift, and I can't remember the other running back that they had too. That was a younger guy, and he was kind of back to his situation that he had in Arizona, where he was splitting carries. When he was the featured back in Washington, he still looks great. And again, it's an attitude. When you want to run the football, you just run it. You don't have to. You can run it under center. You don't have to run it out of shotgun all the time. You know what I mean? The defense can load up. I think it's tough. The Titans, they made offseason moves. They got Julio Jones. I think without Adrian Peterson, I was interested to see what they ended up doing. With them now, I think they might lose a step, but I think they still have their identity, and that's very important.
Yeah.
And they got the win. They got a tough win against the Colts, divisional win.
Yeah.
Their division looks like it's theirs. You know what I mean? As long as they keep doing well, so they should still be a playoff team.
And the Colts are okay. I think that's a team that we're not expecting much out of, but
Starting to rise.
Titans still need to hang on and keep playing how they were playing. And like you were saying, throw the ball a little more and see what injury-prone wide receiver has for the rest of the year. So
Oh
all
my
right.
goodness.
The Packers, they took down the last undefeated team with nobody healthy.
With no one healthy is the most important part.
Yeah, so that was Thursday night's game, and they were missing their 3 top wide receivers and some other players.
Yeah.
And Aaron Rodgers looked like he wants to be the MVP again this year. And with Derrick Henry going out, I feel like he's right up there now to be MVP again.
Come on, Cardinals.
Especially with a game like that.
Yeah.
When you show that it doesn't matter who my wide receivers are, we're still going to win this game. Props to him. And then your boy threw an interception at the end of the game.
Was it his fault? What was it his fault, or was did AJ Green AJ Green just glitch out like mid Madden, like he just ran and
like
just stopped.
Looked like it.
Ball kept sailing.
And like we were saying on another show on the network, I think it was Let the Ball Bounce on Saturday. They're like, if that was thrown to what's his name?
Their
best
to DeAndre Hopkins.
DeAndre Hopkins still would have got that. So
Even glitching out.
So I mean, it was just bad. You don't want to lose a game like that at the end because I think they would have won.
This is one of those games too where it's like, do they get better in losing? Because sometimes, especially for a young team, winning can might not be the cure for everything. Sometimes you need to lose to get better.
I think for a team like that, you want to lose to a bad team though, like one of those trap games, not a team you're gonna maybe face in the playoffs.
Yeah, especially not when Aaron Rodgers didn't have great numbers. He had under 200 yards, I feel like, and didn't have a whole bunch of touchdowns. It was a lower scoring game. It was more of a running game from because they had to, because that was all they had. They had no receivers to throw to. We'll see. We'll see. It's interesting to see how the Cardinals bounce back from it.
Yeah.
This next week, I don't know who they play, but that's gonna be a big test for them. What's next, Miss Juju?
The Steelers, they got a huge win in Cleveland, but do you think they can get their season back on track?
2 teams that I just don't care about. Like,
Really?
I don't care. Because they both play the same to me, where they win some games, look good, and then lose games, and neither team I think will do anything in the playoffs, even if they get there. So I don't care. They're both two teams that are always hurt too.
It's cold, man.
Big Ben
cold out there.
It's still Big Ben. He's not going to do much.
Dang, you do not like you some Big Ben.
I don't. He's old.
I love
He's
Big
old.
Ben.
Well, the girl in the bathroom did.
Hey. See, you had to take. You always got to take it one step too far.
I mean, he took a lot of steps too far and got away with it.
Oh my God, I stepped into that one. I'm sorry.
She did too and didn't know it.
She's
just trying to go to the bathroom.
No words. Sometimes a pregnant pause just has you needed some time. That was pretty good.
She almost had a pregnant pause.
Oh, see, you couldn't just let it go.
He couldn't either. Even when she said, "Please let go."
Oh my God.
He was black.
Oh, hey, if he was black, trust me, it would have been a whole different ball of wax. But
Kobe.
He's
black.
not.
Kobe was.
The Steel. Look, it was a huge win for the Steelers. The Browns, they've got quite a few injuries right now. But Baker, even in losing, they're showing a lot. You might not like them. The Browns still have to learn how to win. They still are trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
And I think that they're slowly getting there. These divisional games, though, those hurt I feel like those almost feel like 2 losses for them because the Steelers have blown the Browns out for years. You know what I mean? The Browns have been bad. So to always see yourself losing to a team, even though you feel like you're better, that's demoralizing. So
especially now when they need to win those type of games. And I wish they'd quit taking our colors on ESPN. But but yeah, Ronnie Thomas said, "What's up, Juju?" on Facebook.
Ronnie Thomas.
Oh, hey.
Do you know who it is?
Yeah, that's my coach.
Okay, so I just wanted to make sure.
Okay,
I just wanted to make sure because that pause was like,
oh, okay,
yeah.
okay.
Because I had to process for a second. I was okay.
All right, fair enough.
Yo, what's up?
It's her birthday month, Ronnie.
It's my
in case
birthday
you didn't know
month.
that.
It's her birthday month.
Oh, he knows. He's on my Instagram.
I'm sure he knows. I'm sure everybody knows.
Do you think this loss they can bounce back from it? The Browns.
I don't care.
God, thanks, Quan.
All right, what's next?
The Jets come back down 2 scores in the 4th to win against the Bengals. Was this Zach Wilson's signature win?
This was definitely his signature win. Definitely. I turned that game off because the Bengals had gone on a drive, ended up getting a touchdown, and then I turned it back on like literally 2 minutes later, and they were down 3. Absolutely insane. Zach Wilson, for all the Jets fans, a lot of Jets fans have been struggling because Zach Wilson looks a lot like Sam Darnold. I don't think Sam Darnold wins that game. I don't think he's able to come back and, it would have been, normal modus operandi and the Jets would have went down without a fight. But for them to come back and win, it's a huge win for that team.
All right. Wait.
What you got? Oh, it's still, camera's still on me too.
Well, it is. My bad. Because Zach Wilson didn't play yesterday, right?
No, he played.
Mike White had a 405-yard passing game.
No, he did not play. Well, Jets, you're in trouble. My bad.
So we will edit that part of the video where Josh said he watched Zach Wilson.
No, I didn't watch it at all. I turned it on and I watched the Bengals score to go up. I think they went up. It was in the 4th quarter. They went up 2 scores.
Yeah, I had to check to find out the dude's name because I remember it was a crazy game because Mike White came in and threw for 405 yards, which I think was some kind of record for a first time rookie
or
something like that. So it was pretty crazy. Crazy.
They might have a quarterback controversy then. That's even worse.
I mean, yeah. And I don't know where Mike White played
before.
College or whatever. Let me see. Mike White. Western Kentucky, drafted in 2018, round 5, pick 171 for Dallas.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's tough.
It's tough. So let me see what he did yesterday. 3 touchdowns, 405 yards.
And that wasn't even in the full game because Zach Wilson must have, I guess, got hurt and went out.
I don't know when he got hurt.
Wow. That's interesting. Let's see.
But yeah, they beat the Bengals, which the Bengals are a team that everyone's been looking at now. Like, okay, this team's for real.
Yeah,
we thought they were just a young upcoming team. and now they start looking like one of those teams that are, have a chance to compete, and then you go in and lose to the Jets like that, and now you got to put them back into perspective. And now where are the Bengals? I think they're kind of more back to where we were thinking. It's still a rebuilding team that has a chance to get to the playoffs, but will probably be a first-round knockout. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't think they get to the playoffs just because of their division, but they definitely are getting better. But that's a bad loss. You know what I mean? When we talk about the Cardinals or we talk about the Browns, these are those trap game losses where they have no business losing that game. The Jets are a bad team, and the Jets didn't expect to win that game. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So for them to lose that one and then the way that they did, it's a teachable moment, but it still hurts.
The Pats. They go across country and pick up a huge win against the Chargers.
Not your Patriots. Not your dad's Patriots, Quan.
I don't even know what that means.
Well, you said it last episode before the game. You were like, these are not your mom's Patriots, folks.
They're still not.
Well, they went across country and put the bootstraps to the Chargers.
Okay, but are the Chargers really that great team that they've been playing like?
They pretty good.
I think we go back and say they're the same as the Bengals right now, right? Where this is a team you should have
They should have beat. Yeah, they should have.
Obviously, not near as bad as the Jets.
No.
It's a team with a young quarterback, obviously up and coming quarterback.
Yeah.
Didn't have a great game yesterday at all. A lot
Has
of people
had a couple
trying to
bad
pick him
games.
to be MVP and stuff like that too. Which with those bad games, I think that knocks him out of that race. But same thing. It's a young Chargers team, and you're going to have these type of losses. These are losses you don't want to take and shouldn't take, but I think they build character. I think for the Bengals, I think that's more of a demoralizer. I think this one builds character a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because it still is the Patriots.
And that is Bill Belichick that you're playing against as a quarterback. Like, he's done this to countless quarterbacks over the years. You know what I mean? Like, he's made Peyton Manning want to cry. Like, so what makes you any different? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so no, I'm 100% with you there. It's not as bad a loss because even though you expected to win, it's not like the end of the world or a shocking loss that you did take one.
Yeah. That's it.
All right.
That's it with the NFL. And then we got tonight's game, so we're going to give our predictions for that. We got the Chiefs. I think, are they going?
The Giants.
Are they hosting the Giants, or is that? Let me check.
Yeah, they're hosting. They're the bottom team. Yeah,
okay, cool.
They're hosting.
Chiefs cannot lose this game, folks. They cannot. This is a must-win game for the Chiefs. You cannot lose to a bad team.
If there was ever a must-win.
You cannot lose to a bad team at home.
Yeah.
If you lose to them, you're not a playoff team. You're not going to the playoffs losing this game. They're already struggling luckily the Chargers lost for them.
Yeah, that's true.
So that was good for them, but the Raiders are still playing really good. They had a bye yesterday.
Yeah.
But you cannot lose to the Giants at home. You cannot do that.
You can't lose to the Giants, period.
If they do, they're done.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I think the Chiefs win by 15 or more. I think they blow the doors off. Monday Night Football. I think they take it to them.
And we'll see if the Giants have analyzed how other teams have played them, because the rumor out now is people have figured out the Chiefs. So we will see tonight, because if the Giants even compete with the Chiefs and only lose by 3, and it's like a tight whoever
game,
gets the ball last win for the Chiefs, then the league might have figured them out because they should destroy the Giants.
Like, completely.
But we'll see, man. Maybe Danny Dimes has his breaking out game here on Monday Night Football.
We'll see.
I doubt it.
We'll see.
All right,
Juju, we're switching over to UFC. What you got?
Let's start with the main event. Jan Blachowicz versus Glover Tesh, Air A.
No, Teixeira. Oh, we didn't go over that one. That's on me.
Yeah, but the A, I don't know why you capitalized the A.
Yeah, that looks like. Anyways.
So what Josh does, because she doesn't know the pronunciation of all the players and
UFC
fighters and all that stuff.
Era.
So he'll write them out how it sounds.
Done that one.
Teixeira. But he definitely spelt it.
That one I messed up.
Tish, and then
I should have put it. I should have put it all together. That was on me. My bad, Juju.
It's all good.
I'll sit on that
We're
one.
trying.
I'll sit.
We're trying.
I got that. That's me.
But this
That's
was
me.
UFC 267 in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
And the little kid was there, right? And you thought it was a little kid.
I thought that was a baby,
and
bro.
everybody thought. Did you see earlier? I think it was in May where it was the Middle Eastern guy interviewing the two little kids, and they're like kicking each other and fighting. Yeah. How old were they?
I don't know. They were like
exactly.
How old do you think they were? How old did they look?
Like 10, 11?
No. The little babies. They're like babies.
I don't think I saw that then.
Oh, okay.
You
All right.
might have, but
babies.
They're
infant almost.
They're like 19.
I didn't see that.
They're like 19 and 17,
bro.
So they both have like the same type of disorder.
Yeah.
As far as growth and all that.
But that's
But a lot of people
than,
thought they were kids, and I think that's why it blew up.
Yeah.
If everyone knew that they were
like
that age, it still would have went viral. But I think they egged it on, making people think. But he was there, and a lot of people were like, "This is the fight we want to see right here." But
the reason I posted
he trains with Habib.
Yeah. See, and the reason that I even posted it was because I thought like the way that it was framed was, this is this guy's son and this guy's son, and now they're fighting each other like they're dads. Like, I hate your dad, so I'm gonna fight you. And we're infants in suits. Quan said this dude is 19.
I'm like, you know how old he is, right? He's like, what do you mean?
Yeah. Quan's like, yeah, you know how old he is. I'm like, huh? I go look it up. He's got like 500,000 followers. He's 19, living a full life in front of
another dude's like 17.
That's crazy. That's more than disorder, because they literally look like Benjamin Button. Like they're babies.
It's a disorder. I don't know if there's anything more than a disorder.
Well, I've never seen it. I'd never seen like an infantile disorder where you like, you know what I mean, Gary like
Gary Coleman.
Gary Coleman, but then
and
I
Webster.
was Webster. That was the other one. They were
Lewis.
children. They looked like children, but they weren't like he's 2 feet tall. That was a little different. I'm sorry. Moving on. I thought it was interesting. But Glover becomes Glover Teixeira became.
I just was surprised you didn't laugh.
No. It would have been funnier if I'd have known the whole time.
I'm actually surprised you didn't laugh too.
Yeah.
What? Laugh at what?
I mean, you laugh at everything.
Yeah.
You usually laugh at disorders.
No.
You don't laugh at stuttering.
Stuttering is
so
hilarious.
That's a disorder. It's not much different.
Oh yeah. That's a problem for me. If you start at the like, I'll fall apart.
And it's a disorder. It's not funny.
I mean, it's not funny, but you know what I mean, you got to take a breath.
He laughs at you. I mean, I'm sure you see what he posts on Instagram all day. Like.
Oh, I'm sorry that I'm built this way. But
all right, so it's in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
And there were some really good fights.
Yeah.
There were some really good fights. So we'll start with Blachowicz versus Glover Teixeira.
Yeah. Teixeira A.
Glover Teixeira. I had Blachowicz winning this.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to keep going. But Teixeira, and we shouldn't have doubted him, but we did.
Yeah,
I did.
I thought that it would be a fight.
And he beats him, and I really did think he would. He's 42, the oldest champion
in history. Yeah.
UFC history. But shout out to him for going, man. I mean, gives us 40-something to, I feel like now I could whoop her at horse because.
Don't think that.
All right.
Could you beat her one-on-one?
That's
I'm not talking about one-on-one. I'm talking about horse.
Okay.
We talked about horse.
That's even worse.
It will be worse for you.
You're right. I said I wasn't gonna say anything. I'm not.
I know. You keep talking.
Juju for 3.
I gotta write that down.
It was a good. I mean, it was a good card. The main event. That's the reason why I was like, well, I don't even feel the main event was the best fight because he beat him. He took him down in the first round in the main event. Sat on him the whole round. Beat him up pretty good. The second round begins and like literally he goes to work. I think it was over within the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, taps out, says I'm not a quitter, but quit.
He was really, really distraught. Like his wife came in and I felt bad for him.
I said it last week. This was his first title defense because fighting against Israel Adesanya was
technically
Israel Adesanya went up a weight to try to see what he could do and couldn't do it. John Jones is talking mess because he's like, don't all you guys in this division, stop talking until you can actually defend this title. Because me and well, he didn't say DC, but him and DC ran that division for a very long time.
Yeah.
And John Jones ran DC for a very long time. So that's been Jones' division forever.
Yeah.
So you really can't say anything. They will keep talking.
Yeah. The UFC trolls
but
came for John Jones too.
I think the light heavyweight division is stacked all the way to 15.
Yeah.
Where I think Jamal is 14 right now.
Yeah.
But it's a stacked division where I think we could see new champions twice a year, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think it's going to go like that for a while because you don't see any clear cut. I'm going to dominate this division. I don't think we're going to see anybody dominate for a minute.
Yeah.
And if it is, hopefully it'll be Jamal in a few years.
Man, I hope so, man.
Yeah.
I talked to him about it after the fight on Saturday, and you know, he was like, props to Glover because you know, that was he kept fighting. You know what I mean? Like,
and he got the title. Like, that's what you fight for. He could retire tomorrow and be happy with his career.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even mind seeing him do that and not even defend the title. Be like, look, this is what I strive for. This is what I kept fighting into my 40s for. And here I am. I got it. I'm out. Peace.
Yeah.
He needs one more. He needs one more big check fight to do that, though.
Hey, yeah.
Get one more main event check, and then you can walk away.
And who does he fight next?
I don't know the top of that division well enough.
All right.
Like the top 5 guys, because they've kind of shifted.
I think maybe I can't think of his name. He just the dude that just whooped Reyes. Dang man, I can't think of his name right now. My bad.
Wasn't he interim?
I don't think so.
The French guy.
I don't know if it's French. I don't know.
No, the French guy is a heavyweight. That's who I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about the.
No, I'm talking about the dude that whooped Reyes. I'll look it up for you guys. We didn't do our homework.
It happens. It happens.
Well, the co-main event was the better fight, but do you think it was a blowout, unanimous decision?
So this is
this is Corey Sandhagen.
This is Jan versus Corey Sandhagen.
Yeah. What did you think about that fight?
So Sandhagen definitely beat him in the won the first round.
Yeah.
Looked really good, and then couldn't do anything after that. No matter what he did to him.
Wow, that's how you felt too.
No matter all the hits he took, everything. I even posted it in one of the MMA groups, and they were yelling at me, "That was not a dominating win." I'm like, Sandhagen did everything he could and was still like nothing mattered. And that's why I was saying he was dominating. Like, did he just destroy him and Sandhagen didn't do anything? No, but I think he won the next 4 rounds.
Okay.
At least 3 of the 4, but I think he won the next 4 rounds. And Sandhagen couldn't do anything after that first. And I think mentally he was done because no matter what I do, I can't do anything against this dude.
He didn't have any power. And once Jan felt like, okay, that's as much as you've got, I can basically come forward and not really have any fear.
And Jan's power was ridiculous.
Yeah,
every time he connected,
it was legit.
It looked like, and shout out to Sandhagen for standing up and staying in that fight, because there was a couple times I thought he could have been.
Well, the head kick,
the elbow.
Yeah. Look, my thing was this, and this is what I told Jamal. He definitely won the first round because Jan didn't want to fight. The second round, Jan was still swinging at air, and I feel like he outlanded him by probably 30 shots. So it was like if he won the first 2 rounds, and then that 5th round was kind of back similar more toward the first and second round, only he was a little bit more tired, but he still was moving. He probably outlanded him. Jan didn't really do anything in that 3rd round. I thought a unanimous decision in the way that it went. It was 49-46. I felt that it was.
I thought it was.
Man, that's interesting. Like it's interesting.
What Jamal said?
Jamal said the same thing. He said what you said, and I was like, really? So he was like, go watch it again. Now hearing you say that, I'm like, maybe I gotta watch it again.
Watch it again. That's how I felt.
Yeah.
And some people didn't feel that way, but I definitely felt that way just watching it because he couldn't do anything.
That's interesting.
And it just looked like a way tougher fighter fighting somebody that just had no chance to win that fight after the first round.
Wow.
That's what it looked like to me.
Okay. All right. I'll take that because, you know what I mean? Like I said, I we're talking to our insiders, and the insider said I was crazy. So I was like, well, I'll watch it again. But now hearing you say it, I'm like, damn, I might be crazy. All right. What we got next?
Is Islam Makhachev the next big thing in UFC fighting after another big, convincing win.
I mean, I think both of these fights that we're about to talk about that were in the main event are
the main card,
the main card are two of the next fighters. A lot of people still want both of them to fight somebody, but you could say that, but they're still fighting UFC fighters and dominating people that we see win a lot.
Yeah.
And listen, man, he looked great, and I think he's up there. I think he's definitely up there.
I'll say this about Makhachev. Who's he trained by, Quan?
Your boy.
He's trained by Khabib, and he got a lot of Khabib in him, both in the way that he talks.
Can you pronounce Khabib's last name?
Nurmagomedov.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
I've been around the sport long enough now. Well, I shouldn't say that because I still butcher some people's names. But that one I had to hate because it
took me a long time to finally get that
he
name.
was against Conor, so it was like, oh, I'm going to get that one. I'm going to get that name.
Your Conor love has to be disappearing a little bit.
No, not at all. I still love
Stop
Conor.
it.
Conor's still my boy. Still love Conor. Conor.
He's not going to win ever again in the UFC.
It's all right.
I don't know if he'll ever win a UFC fight.
He's made his money. Yeah. Go in peace, Conor.
He's losing a lot of it in court.
Yeah, stop messing up, Conor. Go in peace, I said. You won your Powerball ticket. You don't have to do anything else. But he's trained by Khabib. He like I said, just the way he dominates people and the way like the guy landed one significant strike.
Yeah.
Bro, that's unheard of. That's out of, and like especially if it's not like, oh, we only fought for 30 seconds. Well, of course you didn't land anything. But if you're fighting for amount of time and you still can't do anything, I'm just that dude. So I'm very excited to see what he does. That division that he's in is pretty open, and he definitely could get to the top and mess around and make some noise. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Another one-sided fight. Is it time to see how Hamzat fight somebody else? Real.
Somebody real.
Somebody real. Hamzat Chimaev.
Hamzat Chimaev.
He beat somebody that has won some fights too. Like he's a good fighter. Is he top of the top? No.
Yeah.
But he dominated the dude and made him look like he wasn't a fighter in the UFC.
That's true.
Yeah. Do I want to see Chimaev fight some bigger names? I think it is time. He needs to fight a big name. But not Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz is, they're throwing his name out there.
No,
not a Nate Diaz. But he'll dominate Nate Diaz.
Okay.
He
I
needs
see
to
what
fight
you're saying.
somebody
like now,
bigger than that.
Somebody now.
Yes.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Don't throw him a named lamb.
Exactly.
To basically crucify.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, at the same time, that's a payday because Nate Diaz is going to draw a crowd and draw the money, and so maybe for that reason you do it.
Yeah.
But I don't want to see Nate Diaz fight him.
Not like that. Not go out like that.
That would be a first round choked all the way out by Nate Diaz.
Hey, Nate'll tell you that that's what they said about me with Conor, and yeah, I was there.
That was a long time ago.
And a lot less weed ago. But I'll say this about Hamzat, and it's not backing up what Jamal said, but some of the other UFC fighters that we've said that we've had on the show and that are friends of the show, the UFC pushes who they want to push. And for this guy to have 4 or 5 fights, now granted they've been dominant, so are Chaos's fight. All his fights have been dominant wins. And then the one loss that he took was a questionable decision. He hasn't been beaten really. But the UFC pushes who they want to push. So the fact that they keep serving him guys that aren't very good, if they end up ranking him, now, and he still hasn't really beaten anybody, he's just had exciting wins. I think that would be a little bit of a disservice. So I am excited to see him fight. He had a lot of issues during COVID with protocols and catching COVID and different things, and I think he had an injury too. So this is the reason why it's taken him so long to fight again. But I think it is time for him to fight somebody.
Yeah, me too.
Thanks, Quan.
Well, I actually said it first, so I already had my point. You want me to give my point again? Yeah, I think you should fight somebody, but not Nate Diaz. All right.
All right. How excited are you for the UFC 268 this week? For UFC 268 this weekend? And do you think it'll be a revenge card or a status quo in the main event fights?
Man, as far as the main event, man, it's The main event is Colby Covington versus Kamaru Usman. That fight could have been the only fight, and they could have had nothing else, and this thing still would sell out.
Yeah.
But
It's in New York, Madison Square.
It's in MSG. But to throw it with Rose versus Weili, so it's got two fights where the other fighter has a gripe potentially.
Yeah.
And I think I look, I'm interested to see it. I'm definitely gonna watch, and I think it'll be the status quo though. I think both fighters. Rose dominated Weili, and this is after she had that war with Joanna. I think that that one goes pretty easily again to Rose.
Easily.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm not giving her an easy win.
It was easy the first time.
Yeah, it was easy because she caught her. Is she gonna catch her again?
She caught her a few times.
No, she caught her with that kick that knocked her out.
But she threw them hands too.
You got to remember what she did last time she fought too, though, in one of the best women's fight of all time. So I can't say it's going to be easy because she's going to come in with a whole different mindset. She was very high going into that match.
Who was?
Weili.
Yeah.
So when
she was riding the high.
Yeah, when you go into it like that, and you all you're hearing all week is you fought in one of the most
best,
classic fights of all time, then you go into that a little bit different. Now she's coming out out of a loss,
her first loss,
and she's going to be angry. She's going to come in with a whole different game plan, whole different mindset. So Rose is going to have to dominate to win this fight. I don't think it's going to be easy at all. I think it's going to go to some late rounds.
Now, so the one thing I will say to that too is, who did Rose beat to get the championship the first time?
Yeah.
Joanna.
Yeah, that's fine.
And she destroyed her, and this is back when.
But then she got destroyed a couple times too, and didn't look like herself. So
mental.
That's the thing. Exactly, mental. So
a little bit of mental stuff. She's worked on that.
Okay.
Thug Rose, man. It's Thug Rose in the house. Rose about to do this.
Definitely will not be easy. Do not listen to him if you guys are betting. Bet it. Next one is going to be Gaethje and Michael Chandler, which is another good fight. I think that's going to be a great fight. I cannot wait to watch this fight at all. Man,
that one's an interesting fight.
It's a very interesting fight. Two people that could strike, but then one that could wrestle really good.
Yeah,
as well. We saw Gaethje in his last fight, got choked out by a really good wrestler. So, what's his game plan? Has he worked on his wrestling in the past year to defend better? Obviously, Chandler thinks he's as good as Khabib, but I don't think he is. So it's not going to be the same.
Yeah.
But it's going to be difficult, man.
Who you got in that one?
I guess I got to give a prediction because it's today. We don't have a Thursday show.
There you go.
I am going to say Gaethje because I'm still not sold after Michael Chandler's loss against Oliveira. I'm still not sold on him being that great fighter that Dana White wanted to bring in forever and hyped up and overhyped a little bit. Yeah. And all the UFC fighters were like, bro, why do you go so high in the rankings by just coming here?
And hasn't fought anybody.
I love Gaethje, so I want to see him win.
Yeah.
And I think he will.
I think, for me, it's Gaethje simply because, he's another one. He fought Khabib, but then they put him on ice for literally all of COVID, really.
Yeah.
And I think that, this is his opportunity to reassert himself in the division, get himself right back in that championship conversation. Khabib is gone. So now he has the outside chance to get his belt or get his belt back.
Yeah.
I am interested because this one I think will really start to show who Michael Chandler is. So if he loses this one, then you probably push him down a little bit and he can get some money and get you a couple other fights, but he might not be at the top where you think he is. So I'm interested. I'm really interested in this fight.
Yeah, and I think it's a big fight for both of them because Gaethje was on his way, to be a champion, and then losing, obviously, to Khabib, and then not coming back for a while is definitely pushing him down in a division that's so tight and has so many people.
Yeah,
you got to stay active to keep your name up top. So, we will see. We will see what's up.
Two of our UFC friends are fighting on the biggest stage at MSG. How big is this for O'Day and Jordan?
Man, this is huge. I didn't realize it until I looked on the on the fight card last week that they were on this fight card. I didn't even realize that both of them were on it. They're both on the prelims, but all of our fighters have talked about wanting to fight at Madison Square Garden.
Sorry, I just watched. I just saw the spelling.
Oh.
Oh, day.
Hey, I got it. I got it out.
O'Day actually lives in Vegas now, so hopefully he wins, and we'll have him in the studio.
Yeah.
If not next week, the week after. You
Yeah,
got to travel and get back and do all his other interviews, but we'll have him in the studio. He's down to come in.
Man, we'd love to have him back in.
After a win.
After a win, O'Day.
So he changed his training. He moved cities, moved from Wisconsin the way to Nevada and Las Vegas to train out here.
That's all in,
so
man.
I think, after that loss, he's done a lot. Let me change everything up.
Yeah.
Let me get a new scenery. Let me go to Vegas and train and get to the PI and everything like that. So I think that's dope, man. And Jordan who?
Jordan Williams.
Okay. There's a lot of Jordans,
Yeah, no.
I didn't know he was fighting.
Yeah, Jordan Williams is fighting on the card as well. Really, I'm excited for both of them because Madison Square Garden is the mecca and it's the fight capital too. Vegas is the fight capital, but fighters want to fight on that stage. Yeah. So for them to have the opportunity to be on this card and be able to show out, it would be dope.
And Billy Q is actually fighting in the main card.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool.
So we can try to get him on too. I know. Got a lot of people fighting. He's fighting against Shane Burgos.
Okay.
Freddie Edgar.
Yeah, I saw
fighting
Freddie
Marlon
Edgar.
Vera. I think Marlon Vera is going to get him. And we didn't give our picks for Usman versus Covington, did we?
Did we do it on?
I think we did
the
on
pre-show?
Instagram, but
yeah, we didn't do it on here.
I got Usman.
You said in 3, right?
I said in 3.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be Usman in the first 2 rounds. I think this version of Usman is much better than the one that we saw the last time they fought.
And we got 3 minutes.
3 minutes?
Yeah, it's almost 5.
Oh my goodness. All right, Juju, run us through the NBA real quick.
All right, let's talk about the jerseys for the 75th season.
We will skip that and do that next week.
Don't.
No.
Okay, let's do it now. Hold on, I gotta pull it up.
Oh my goodness. All right, are you gonna show the video, or is that's too much to ask? Have you seen any of the jerseys, Quan? The Lakers. So the Lakers went back to the Elgin. Yeah, they went back to the Elgin Baylor
kind of
era.
Kind of.
I'm trying to remember what the Warriors did.
There's this red, yellow, and blue. I don't really like it.
You don't like it?
It's weird color.
The Wizards one is pretty good. I liked it. As much as they just refuse to just give me bullets, they just can't do it. They won't do it. I think the NBA is just not allowing us to have bullets on our names anymore.
Yeah, I think Warriors need to do a do-over.
The Warriors need to do a do-over.
They need a do-over.
The Hornets were fire.
I love the Hornets.
You saw the Hornets ones, like with the beehive and the hornet nest, and then the old school stripes.
Oh, I love
that one was
so
really
much.
good. I'm trying to think who else had a really good one. Sacramento, like some teams, I feel like they always just like punt it. It just said Sacktown. The Bulls had the old school Jordan rookie year Chicago in cursive, but it was like up by the neckline. It was like weird formatting.
Here we go. I'm showing them right now.
All right, go ahead. This is it. The Rockets had the throwback one. Toronto was real good.
The Raptors looked dope.
I like the Mavericks. That's the old
like
school. That's the old school one. Memphis kind of went back to the Grizzlies a little bit. Charlotte in the background back there is freaking
Memphis,
fire.
that looks like everything they've been doing already.
Well, they brought back the like Native American like script and stuff. New York was a little off.
Looks like New York.
I do like the Lakers.
The Lakers
actually.
was nice. Detroit had like the old Detroit Shock. The Bucks look exactly the same. Like it's like, bro, y'all
so
do the same thing.
Dang.
It's the champions, bro. Like give them something.
Yeah.
The Miami Heat, like people were saying, it looks like a ransom note.
Wow.
Because it looks like patchworks.
What,
Warriors. Oh, I see.
What?
This is
I saw
normal.
different ones.
That Warriors looks like what they've already had.
Yeah.
The Celtics, people are kind of just bored with the green and white. It's like they don't do anything.
Yeah.
But a classic franchise like that doesn't need to do much. I don't like when they
the
change
Pacers.
Pacers look
Pacers
sick.
going back to the Reggie Miller Pacers. The Sixers,
That's old school.
they went old school, and the Magic.
I don't like the orange.
Like,
Yeah,
stop
why did they-
forcing
yeah.
orange? Let
I
it
don't like the
like you
orange.
guys have great. The original
Yeah, the
Magic uniforms
yeah.
were so dope. Like,
They
why
really
don't they
were.
just go back and just do it? But yeah, it was pretty good. Cavs, a little boring.
I like Toronto's a
That's the
lot.
Cavs. But yeah, so leave your comments. Which jersey do you like the best? Let us know. Did your team get it right, or did they get it wrong? What we got next, Juju?
The power rankings are out and Utah's at the top. Do you think some of the early surprise teams can keep up?
Oh, some of the early surprise teams,
and
the
they're still at
Bulls,
top even though they lost the game, huh?
They are. They're still.
All
I
right.
mean, they're still.
And they lost to a good Bulls team, so I think
Yeah.
that they took into account that. Utah is who Utah is, and I think they're going to be the same every year. I don't see them doing
Yeah.
more or doing less than
Which-
they've done, which is be
pretty
really
good
good in the
now,
regular
yeah.
season and be in the playoffs. But I think it's going to be a struggle when they keep getting to the playoffs every year after being a really good regular season team and losing in the second round.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we're going to keep seeing. I don't see them beating, even playing like a Golden State team. If they're playing Golden State in the playoffs, that's going to be a tough win when Klay comes back, because Golden State looks really good right now, has some really good young players, and still has Steph and Klay coming back. So that's going to be tough. I don't know. I like Utah, but I think they are who they are.
What about the Bulls? Do you think the Bulls can keep it going?
Stop it.
You don't think the Bulls can keep it going at all?
The Bulls are a 5th or 6th seed in the East, and I'm going to stick to that.
That's
I
still a
like
good
the
year.
Bulls. I like watching the Bulls, but
Yeah.
I mentioned it last week, they had a combined, when they were 4-0, their opponents were a combined 1 and 9,
right? Yeah.
and settled down. Then they play the Knicks that night, and
They
what happens?
lost. They
get
lost.
beat.
It was
was a tough
close. It was a
game,
close game,
but it was at
both
home.
teams, yeah.
But that's a game where, okay, let's see who you really are,
yeah,
and you showed us who you were. You almost came back and won the game.
yeah.
So they're good, and I like
Yeah.
watching the Bulls. We'll see what Lonzo does, because he usually misses 20 to 30 games every
Yeah.
year. So we'll see if he can stay healthy.
As far as my Wizards go, they're looking better. I think the defense overall is still getting there. But they still just end of game situations. They do not. They make me very freaking nervous. Like, yeah, you saw my post. I was like, who's point shaving on the Wizards? Like, KCP throwing the ball out of bounds randomly. Beal
They won
takes.
the game, though.
No, it's not the point.
They
Quan.
won the game. Did you bet? You must have bet on that
No,
game.
no, I didn't bet. That's the thing, though, because I was like, what's the line? Because they keeping it real tight.
A win's a win. No one's looking at, did they beat the... And it was the Celtics.
All right, Headache Smith.
It was the Celtics.
Yeah.
They beat the Celtics.
They did, and that was our second time beating the
That's
Celtics in a week.
I mean,
Yeah,
come on.
yeah.
Which the Celtics are a team I liken to the Clippers, which they're not going to miss out of the playoffs, because I don't think the East is as deep as the West. But
Sure.
they're one of those teams that was right on top a couple years ago, where they were
People
a
were talking
contender
about
in
them.
in that conference, and now they're a team that you're not scared of at all. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, they're still there. But what else do they got? They got a new coach, which just seems weird that your coach moves up to be the GM. You get a new coach, so a lot of moving parts. You don't have any of those like superstars anymore. Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, Tatum and Brown
Tatum's
are
getting there.
They're,
I
they're
wouldn't call Brown a
stars. They're
superstar.
stars.
Yeah.
They're stars.
Tatum has a chance to be a superstar, but I don't think he's there yet.
Yeah.
And with that, have you built the right pieces around that? You still got Marcus Smart there, which I would have let him go, because that doesn't change the identity of the team yet.
Yeah.
And so, just like Utah, also, you're just going to be the same team. Like, we're not
just-
scared of you.
We are who we are.
You might win a round in the playoffs, or you might
Flame
lose in
out.
the first
or
round.
you may not get there
We're
at
not
all.
going to care. I think they'll get there, but
Yeah.
the East is getting better with Washington. That's going to be there probably, and the Hornets, who are also they're 5-1 too, aren't
Yeah.
they?
Yes, they are.
I mean,
yeah.
look, that's crazy, and they look like a 5-1 team. They're playing really good. They don't.
They beat some
It doesn't
people,
look
too.
like a fluke,
Yeah. Yeah. As far as the teams that we think are going to bounce back, Juju, do you think Portland can bounce back from being 3-3?
I haven't really been watching a lot of Portland, so based on what I have seen, no.
No, you think you think this is it for Dame? Do you think, well, if that's the case, you think Dame should get out of there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. I absolutely do.
I'm upset that Dame didn't kind of jump with those rumors that, I think he told somebody and it got out there. They weren't just rumors because too many people were saying it, but he backtracked on that. I think he should have asked for a trade this year.
Yeah.
And I think he would have got traded. And I think if they, let's say, are 4-10 or 5-12 to start the season, that's when you're going to start hearing him complain a little bit.
Again.
And that would be perfect timing for him to get traded to Philly.
Now, see, that's a trade for Ben Simmons that can make a heck of a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That trade, if he went there, Philly would be a monster.
Crazy. Yeah.
It'd be great. And
Philly would be a monster.
I think Embiid would flourish with Dame being there. I think it'd be great. And so I want Portland to do bad because of that. I do. It's time for Dame to leave.
I like
Listen, stop being loyal to a team that did nothing this offseason. What did they do this offseason? Lost Carmelo. That's it.
That's true. That's it.
No one outside of Portland could name a move.
I can't fight you. I can't.
And when you have rumors of your player wanting to leave and you still don't do anything, you don't care. You don't care as a franchise.
That's true.
Very true.
You didn't even have rumors of doing anything.
Yeah, that's true.
The only result that we saw was Carmelo walk out the door.
Yeah.
Thanks, Carmelo.
And
he really helped out.
CJ McCollum is not a good second man with him anymore. It worked for a little bit, but they are who they are. It's not going anywhere.
That's what I'm saying.
CJ will never be like that next tier superstar. He'll always be like good, maybe an all-star, maybe not.
Yeah, very good. Like
But that's not taking them over the top with teams that have 3 or 4 good play, all-stars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All this super team stuff.
Oh.
The Lakers, Quan, how do you feel? You feel like they're going to continue bouncing back? I'll tell you how I feel.
I mean, they should have started. They should have started the season 10-1.
Their schedule, I looked at it. Their schedule over the next 2 weeks is a joke.
Well, the whole start in their schedule was kind of a joke, and that's why they should have been 10-1. To start the season,
get off hot.
But at the same time, they didn't because it's a whole bunch of players trying to learn how to play with each other. A lot of young players haven't even played yet. THT, who's going to be a vital part of the Lakers, especially defensively. Kendrick Nunn hasn't played for them yet. Wayne Ellington, who was supposed to start, hasn't even played for them yet. Trevor Ariza is out, which is fine. He's an older dude. You can bring him back in March.
He knows.
He's there for the playoffs.
Yeah, he knows what to do.
Exactly. So with that being said, Lakers are going to be fine. They're looking better. They're making those adjustments. So I wanted Russ to come off the bench. Right after I said that, they started him, and then they take him out right away. Though the last couple games, okay, you're starting, but we're taking you out with 8 minutes left in the first. And then when it's LeBron's time to come out, you're coming back in with Carmelo.
Yeah.
Which I think that's genius. And it's worked. And it worked.
Okay.
And Carmelo has just been sitting there doing what I'm about to do to Juju. Waiting for the ball to hit his hands wide open. Let me just take this 3. Knocking him down. 6 for 8, 6 for 8, 5 for 8 in his last 3 games.
That's crazy.
Carmelo, it's Hoodie Mello.
Sounds like me.
It sounds like Juju.
Yeah, it's Hoodie Mello.
And
you better put that hoodie on. You better try to shoot with that hoodie on.
Juju, the Bucks are 3-4 though. The champions, do you think they bounce back?
What do you think?
What do I think about the Bucks? I mean, look, the Bucks.
Watching games.
I'll say this: the Bucks, they're the champions. I think they're still in a little bit of a championship hangover. Yeah. But when it comes down to it, I think they'll be fine. The Wizards play them in a couple days, and I'm very nervous because they're still the Bucks, and we still don't have no answer for Giannis. So you know what I mean? They're the
Bucks,
fine.
but at the same time, this is not the year you want to play around and be like, we're the champions, we'll bounce back, we'll turn the switch on whenever.
Yeah,
because they were champs last year because a lot of injuries in the NBA heading to the playoffs. Yes, you still won the championship, which is great. That's fine.
Yeah.
But they're not the championship team that they're not like the Warriors back in the day when they can coast through the season, but we're so dominant that we could turn the switch anytime.
Yeah.
They're not that type of team.
Yeah.
They're the type of champion where you might be a one-time champion, we'll never hear from you again in that same capacity, which is they beat Miami in the first round. Miami was sleeping the whole time. They were tired. They were tired from being in the finals the year before. Miami's back this year.
Yes, they
Miami's
are.
not playing around this year.
Ooh,
Miami
look good.
could easily win the East this year, especially if Kyrie doesn't get injected with the poison and come back for the Brooklyn Nets. It's looking bad in Brooklyn right now.
We're
And
gonna
I'm
have
not
to-
sure if I see a turnaround with them too much
Yeah.
if Kyrie doesn't come back. Miami, to me, is going to be the best team in the East.
That's a lot of strength. I can't fight you on that. I can't. You know, we're gonna have the disclaimer at the bottom of our post now that you said that it's poison.
Oh, yeah, we are, huh? My bad. Sorry, Facebook and everybody
Disclaimer.
else that works for the government.
Sometimes some things that you may hear. Click here if you want more
Click here if
information
you want
on
more
the
information
vaccine.
on the COVID-19 vaccine, because these guys are lying, but we're telling
Oh
the
my
truth.
gosh! Do we
Get
have any?
injected
Do we have
with
any
the
time
poison
for
right
pop
now.
culture? Or are we getting out of here?
We could hurry up.
All right.
We could skip number 2.
All right. Fair enough.
We don't care, because I don't care about people
Okay.
doing what he did
Okay. All right.
from the closet.
Stop. Okay. Juju,
Exiting the closet.
go ahead, Juju. Bring us home.
Rick Leventhal from Fox News dresses as a cowboy. Alec Baldwin for Halloween. Is this in bad taste? Absolutely.
Thank you, Juju. It is in bad taste. Horrible taste, Quan. Horrible, and you're laughing.
You guys
This
are
is-
both. You guys are both.
I'm not even
bad at
laughing.
Stuff like this.
I'm not laughing.
You laugh at stutter.
No, okay,
You
wait.
at this.
And Juju's new to the show. She missed the year where Jim Boeheim ran over somebody on the freeway in the snow. Dude's car wrecked. He's out trying to get help in the snow. Jim Boeheim, the coach of the Syracuse, what are they called? Syracuse what?
Syracuse, they're the orange, just the orange. now.
Syracuse Orange.
They're not orange men anymore.
Orange.
They're just orange.
Syracuse Orange. Ran over and killed the guy, and he's been busting up ever since.
That is freaking hysterical.
Especially when they
How
found
is
his
that
Nike
funny?
shoes
All
on the
right.
side of the road.
That was the funnier part.
No, you didn't find that for a year later.
That was
What part?
They found his shoes.
shoe, like his one shoe. See?
That's
Like,
not
it's
funny.
hilarious. All right, look. All right. Okay.
Why are you laughing, Juju?
See? Because you're the only one that
When
doesn't.
people laugh hysterically, it makes me laugh.
Look, I don't need to break that down again. But it's
So
the
that
snow.
was an accident.
It's the snow.
It was an accident.
Yeah. He swerved out, wrecked his car in the snow.
And then tried to get out to get help. He was
And-
probably
and
distraught.
then he was disoriented.
And you're laughing at a disoriented man getting ran over.
That's bad.
He stumbled into the street in the dark. Like you've never driven in snow. That's the reason why you don't find this funny.
Wow.
You've
So
never-
okay.
No,
I'm
no.
sure his family's driven in
No.
snow and didn't find it funny.
It's blizzard. Blizzard at night, bro. You can't see anything. And when
You've
you
never
hit
shot a toy
something-
gun and had a real bullet come out.
Shoot,
So
that's terrible.
see,
That's
what's the
that's
difference?
terrible.
Juju, what's the difference between those deaths?
Because that like
They were both accidents.
they're all right. See, but that accident, the accident that I'm laughing at, like, there's some personal responsibility. Well, you'll fall into the middle of the
There's
street and be like, "Help me!"
And
You
there's
get hit.
there's personal responsibility when you aim a toy gun at somebody and shoot.
That's
'Cause it's
very,
not a
that's
toy gun.
very intentional.
We
though.
still don't know if it was aimed. Like,
That's
it just
true.
all we hear is Alec Baldwin shot her. But I don't know if he picked it up to inspect it and the gun went off and it had a live round and she
Well,
was
we don't
close.
know if Jim Boeheim inspecting his brakes. See, Juju, what I have to deal with.
You both. It's both of you.
Yo, that joke is hilarious. I'm sorry. I don't care what anybody says. Anytime that thing comes across my feed, I chuckle to myself. It is what
not
it
to
is.
yourself. Definitely not to
I
yourself.
chuckle to everyone out there.
All right.
Yes. We should start a post. Who's the worst person? Like, this is like
definitely
Seinfeld.
are.
This is like
That's not
Seinfeld.
even-
No,
That's
it's
not even hard.
pretty close.
It's really-
Not even hard.
This is why we're friends. We're both horrible individuals, and we think the other one's
I'm
worse.
not. You are worse.
We both think the other one's worse. Like,
I
no,
didn't
he's
even
worse.
laugh.
He's worse because of this.
You said I laughed, but nobody on screen saw me laugh.
You laughed hysterically
I didn't laugh
before the show.
hysterically.
Before the show.
No.
Oh, now you're lying.
I got it on live. Don't lie.
Thank you.
Why are you
Juju.
always on live?
Thank you, Juju. Oh my gosh.
All right, that's it. Are we gonna?
We're gonna talk
we don't
about Kim
care
Kardashian?
Kim Kardashian. It's
That
the wrong show.
Seen on a double date with Pete Davidson. Is that a big deal?
Who cares? He had Ariana Grande and Kim Kardashian.
Shoot, and he had somebody else.
I'm sure he did. I'm sure he's had more than 2 girlfriends.
Well, Pete Davidson, he's making things happen. Good for him.
Good for him.
Good for him.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal, but
He
it's
start
Not at
making
all.
some comedy happen when he does stand up, but
he's not. He's getting better.
He's not that funny.
You don't think he's funny?
Nope.
I've never seen him do stand up.
SNL, he's not bad. SNL, he's not bad. Like whenever he's on a skit, I tend to laugh.
I feel like that's not
Especially
saying a
if
lot.
it's
though.
skit about death.
There's a good chance. There's a good
Wow.
chance.
All right, we'll be back next Monday because Josh is out of town Thursday, but we might go live on Instagram. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and all of our social media channels at Unnamed Sports Show and at Gorilla Cross. We're outro. Juju, happy birthday week.
Thank you.
Your birthday is this Sunday coming up?
Yes.
Cash Apper, Juju 555.
$555.
555.
$555.